Why low-cost carriers? Inside big airlines often fail. Did you know that some of the world's biggest airlines have tried to launch their own low-cost airlines? And most of them failed? From United's TED to Delta's Song, history is full of airline-within-an-airline experiments. But why do these projects crash and burn, while others, like Iberia Express or Singapore Airlines Scoot, survive? Today we're diving deep into low-cost carriers within full-service airlines. A fascinating battle shaping the future of air travel. Low-cost carriers, or LCCs, have been grabbing market share for decades. Think Southwest in the US, Ryanair in Europe, AirAsia in Asia. Their formula is simple. Keep costs low, fly point-to-point routes, and charge passengers only for what they use. But full-service network carriers, airlines like United, Lufthansa, British Airways, were bleeding passengers to these budget competitors. So they thought, why not fight fire with fire and create their own low-cost airlines? Spoiler alert. It wasn't that easy. In the United States, almost every major airline tried this strategy and failed. United launched TED in 2004 to compete with Frontier Airlines in Denver. But TED was fully integrated into United's hub and spoke system. That meant no real cost savings because it couldn't adopt the true point-to-point model of LCCs. By 2009, TED disappeared. This wasn't even United's first try. They had Shuttle by United back in the 90s, same result. Delta tried twice, Delta Express and Song. Both ended in failure. Continental had Continental Light. US Airways had Metrojet. None of them survived. Why? Because the DNA of a full-service carrier is completely different from that of a low-cost airline. Air Canada also tried several times, first with Zip and Tango, both flops. But in 2013, they launched Rouge. This time, things worked better. Rouge tapped into leisure travel, operated at lower costs, and lasted until the pandemic. By 2021, Rouge returned to the skies. Maybe the third time really is the charm? Europe tells a more complex story. British Airways' parent company, International Airlines Group, launched Iberia Express and also bought Vueling. Vueling, with costs about 40% lower than Iberia, became a strong player. IAG also tried Level in 2017, focusing on long-haul, low-cost flights. After pandemic struggles, Level is still flying transatlantic routes today. Lufthansa? They've experimented constantly, restructuring and relaunching subsidiaries, but not all attempts go smoothly. British Airways unions even blocked plans in 2021 for another low-cost airline at Gatwick, fearing job losses and wage competition. In Asia, the story is different. Many full-service airlines successfully run low-cost subsidiaries. Garuda has CityLink. Philippine Airlines had Airfil Express. Korean Air runs Jin Air. Japan's big two, ANA and JAL, both operate LCC subsidiaries. Singapore Airlines owns Scoot, one of the most successful long-haul, low-cost airlines globally. Here, the model often works better because air travel demand is booming, and passengers are extremely price-sensitive. So why do so many of these experiments fail? It comes down to three main reasons. Conflicting business models. FSNCs rely on hub and spoke systems, premium services, and complex operations. LCCs thrive on simplicity and point-to-point efficiency. Mixing the two creates inefficiencies. Labor issues. LCCs are meant to bypass high labor costs and strict union rules, but unions often resist, fearing job losses or lower pay. Brand confusion. If the low-cost airline isn't fully separated, customers may get confused. Is this the premium airline or the cheap version of it? That can dilute the parent brand. The lesson is clear. Running a successful low-cost airline isn't just about slapping a new logo on planes. It requires a completely different mindset, cost structure, and corporate culture. That's why Southwest, Ryanair, and AirAsia succeed while so many airline-within-an-airline projects crash. So, what do you think? Should big airlines keep trying to launch their own low-cost subsidiaries? Or should they stick to what they do best, full-service flying? Let me know in the comments.